What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all of the news after week number 2 of the preseason. The Raiders starting off slow, 0-2, but we kind of knew that coming in. One of the reasons we picked the Raiders was because it was going to be a challenging team to rebuild, and we're kind of seeing that early on. You know, we got a lot of young guys on the team not really contributing, and older players who might not necessarily be a part of the future here. But we're going to change a lot of things around today, starting, I'm pretty sure you guys can see, the title. We will begin our relocation process today. Before we get into that, though, let's go ahead into new game prep here. And again, we're just going to do earn XP for now. We'll get more into everything else later. In terms of this, we definitely got to work on our QB. We got to make sure that Derek Carr starts to get a little bit more time in and some practice, which, his development trait isn't great, but I can definitely work with it. So let's go ahead and start with that. That leaves us, I believe, with 25 hours, and he got a lot of experience off that. I like to see that. How? Oh, because he doesn't know the playbook. I was like, he had a great game. There's no reason that he should not be higher. Okay. That's just because we just brought them aboard. Alright, no history available for progression there yet. Okay, well, at least we know. I was like, wait a second, he did really good there. Alright, let's see. Wide receiver. Again, we're just going to go with left linebacker. I really haven't seen Khalil Mack do a whole lot in the preseason yet. That worries me a little bit. But, it's early on. He's likely only playing in the first quarter, which means he's probably only playing a series or two. So that's, if I had to guess, the reasoning behind that. So I have 35 points remaining. Who would I like to work on here? Wide receiver. Let's go with cornerback here. And but see, the thing is, Hayden doesn't have good development. Neither does McGill. So I don't really want to waste points on him necessarily. But you know what? We have some trade offers for Brown, which means we need these two guys to develop, however slowly it is, because we are likely going to trade Terrell Brown. So any corner improvement that we can get is going to be very, very key for this team moving forward. All right, so we don't have any more weekly time. But yeah, let's go ahead and move forward here. Yeah, that's just talking about some of the games and what's coming. A lot of it's a little bit repetitive. Trade offers, Terrell Brown. Here we go, select offer. And we got a buttload of offers for Terrell Brown. It's so funny how one team offers a third and one offers a sixth. Going through the list here, there are definitely a lot of good picks. I will absolutely take a third-round pick for Terrell Brown, especially considering, again, we're going to revamp this whole team. It might hurt us this year, but the more it hurts us this year, the more we're going to have a higher draft pick, or the more likely it is that we have a high draft pick. And again, just in terms of getting another player. So after reading all of the offers, I think we are going to go with the Jaguars' offer of a third-round pick. I feel like that's probably the best option for us. If I were to guess, I think they might have the worst record out of all those teams. So there we go, Terrell Brown. Good luck with the Jaguars. I know them all too well. And I like Brown. I do wish him the best, but it's time for us to move on. We really need to start making better decisions in terms of trying to get certain players more time and things like that. So let's see, start relocation. Do I want to do that first, or let's do the cuts first? So I just traded Brown. I'm pretty sure this was before that, so I think I probably need to cut 5 players if I had to guess. And I still need to sign some players too. Before we cut players, let's go ahead and look at the transactions again. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly again, just so we can see if there are any big names that we'd like. Now, again, I don't think there are going to be a lot of big names released until probably next week. I think that's kind of the last day when we're actually going to see a lot of names of players we might want to go after. And even now, looking through, there are definitely a few players I wouldn't mind having on my team. It's just a matter of fact of whether they fit with me right now or whether it's worth making that extra cut so I can sign that guy. Another thing really fast while we are doing this is that actually a few people suggested that I move Reese to tight end. I cannot do that, unfortunately. I'm going to have to wait till the end of the season. That would actually be an interesting move, one that I'm not necessarily against. Now, I wonder if I might be able to put him over there on the depth chart. We can check that out. And you know, I feel weird kind of moving such a great player out of position like that. But there is somebody in the free agency. There is a free agent that I would not mind signing at all. So that is something to keep an eye on. Dimitri Patterson. There we go. He could be our replacement for just trading Brown away. All right. I'm going to have to look into that. I got Landry and Calvin Pace here too, and Gates, man. Releasing all kinds of players over there in New York. Down the list, still Jake Stoneburner. There we go, buddy. I like that. See if there's anybody else really fast. It doesn't look like it. I'm pretty sure. Daniel Manning. All right. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's go through really quick just to see. I don't want to miss out on like some really big player. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've seen what can happen before if you do that. So, and we are almost there as we are down to the Vikings and Mike Zimmer. That's funny, considering their coach and all. All right. Oh, what? Why is it back up here? Okay. All right. Anyway, that's just them signing players. So, Dimitri Patterson, I would definitely like to pick him up. Let's look at the roadmap and see where he's at. Because, obviously, this game, you know, maybe he's not really ranked all that high. Who knows? And Owens, who just had a very nice play against us with the Lions, got released after the game. So, that's interesting. Down to cornerback. I'm probably going to need to sign a cornerback anyway. So, maybe Patterson wouldn't be the best way to go. I got, you know, some vets here with Greer and Asante Samuel. I know Samuel's is a big playmaker, so that's somebody to keep an eye on. Here's Patterson. Yeah, maybe not. Who would I go after here? I'm trying to find somebody relatively younger, but I don't really think that's going to be an option. They all seem to be a little bit older outside of Houston. But at that point, I might as well just go head in on Greer. Anyway, let's back out of this. Let's go. We're going to have to release a few players before we do any of that anyway. I hit the wrong button. Alright, come on. Alright. Overall, we moved up a little bit. That's nice. It's good to see. And manage roster. There we go. And, man, our entire division has lost both of our preseason games. That's funny. Here we go. And, again, going to have to go to... Man, McGloin, dude. I might have to let go of McGloin. I'm not gonna do it yet. I might have to be the next one, but he really hasn't been playing all that well, and I'd feel pretty comfortable moving forward with Schaub and Carr, and I wouldn't take a hit releasing him. Jones-Drew, I can't really afford to release him. Streeter, Holmes really has kind of let me down. You know, he hadn't played all that great, so I will release Holmes here. Owusu, obviously, we're going to hold on to. And Streeter, honestly, because I'm thinking about putting Owusu up in that spot right there. So unless he proves me something in this next game, he could be a candidate. Obviously, I don't want to release. Now, see, this is interesting. I don't need these guys down here, especially, you know, Kondo here. But man, that's a huge hit to take. Is it? Let's see. I don't really want to take a penalty unless I have to, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to make a decision like that coming up here soon. We will release Nix. It looks like he's wearing lipstick up in that picture. Man. Let's see. And alright. So we're finding some players to release here that aren't really going to affect us all too much. And that's all we can do right now is just release who we can. Howard, no. I'm gonna hold on to Howard for now. Howard might be a candidate for the next cut, though. Marvin Austin, I like Austin. You know, we'll get rid of McGee before we get rid of Austin. There we go. And I think Austin will be pretty good off the bench for us. I really do. Clay Matthews really didn't... Not Clay Matthews, oh my gosh. But I don't know why I just said Clay Matthews. His brother really didn't have all that good of a game last week. So he might be a candidate to be cut as well. And let's see. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So releasing some players here. This should be good. And I'm going to need to sign another cornerback for sure. Or maybe I should wait until next week, honestly. I might wait another week and see what we can do with who we have. And then at that point, I will sign somebody. Because I really do think other players are going to be released next week. And that could make a huge difference for me. Man, our division's really stinking it up, aren't we? Alright, but on to the big news, the relocation process. Again, for those of you who have missed the previous videos, I do plan on relocating the team. That's a sensitive subject with some people. I know, you don't like seeing a big team relocate and change, and the Raiders silver and black really is legendary, and I don't want to see them move in real life or change or anything like that. However, in this game, it is a little bit fun to relocate the team, get a new fresh uniform out there. 32 teams have been out there for a while, and this is going to be our chance to kind of see what else we can do. Just change it up a little bit. It'll be fun. So my initial thing is, first of all, fan interest in London I think is the greatest anywhere. Market size is huge, personality fair weather, that's not all that great. But I need to kind of keep it around the AFC or the AFC West. I want it to be realistic in those terms. That makes it a little bit difficult because it automatically rules out a lot of teams. However, we have Portland here, Sacramento, and let's see, Salt Lake City, San Antonio, because they've kind of been linked a little bit with Oakland anyway. Mexico City might work, and then Los Angeles, obviously. Now, Toronto has the Toronto Huskies, which I looked it up, and that uniform looks amazing. I would love to do that, but it's just too far away. So, for me, a lot of people have told me to go to Los Angeles. This is a little tricky for me, because if I do go to Los Angeles, everybody's going to want me to be the Los Angeles Raiders again. I don't want to do that. I really do want to kind of rebrand this entire team. It's a new owner, and he has no connection to the Raiders. He just wants to build his own brand. And that's what we're going to be doing in this game. Now, it does make the most sense. If you look at all the teams, it does. But I just kind of feel like it's been done before. I'd personally like to go to Portland. Now, I like to name the Snowhawks a lot. However, the uniforms aren't really all that good. The uniforms are amazing for the Riverhogs, but I don't like that name all that much. So that's kind of meh. The Condors are a pretty cool uniform and team name for Sacramento. But if you look, average and laid back, that's not a fun environment. We really do want a fun environment here. There's Chicago. We obviously are familiar with them. Small and loyal. I do like the loyal personality there, but I don't know. San Antonio, that'd be kind of nice. Market size is only average, but they are loyal. I don't know too much about the uniforms for there. Ultimately, though, in Mexico City, that'd obviously be pretty fun. However, again, I said this is going to be an interactive series, and the majority of you guys have been telling me to go to Los Angeles, so that is what we would do. Now, we have a choice between the Crusaders, the Red Dragons, or the Aftershocks. Now, do we do that here, or is that going to be... Alright, it looks like that's actually just going to be on another video. So we'll have time to do all that in future videos. That'll be fun. And that way, it's also going to be cool because you guys can give me your suggestions. Again, I know people are going to say just stay the Raiders. And I understand why you're saying that. I really do. But I want to change things up a little bit. I think it'd be fun. So yeah. But let me know. Which team name do you think I should be with the Los Angeles team that we will be creating for next season? Personally, I like the Crusaders. I think that's going to be awesome. I'm going to have to look at all the uniforms too, because I really don't want to get pigeonholed into a team where I don't like the uniforms. So that's going to be important, but I like the Crusaders. I don't know. I can explain why in a future video, because that does have something, a meeting with me. So anyway, media question. Obviously, we know this is going to be about moving. You're officially moving this franchise after the season. But why do you assume you'll be more successful there than here? Because it's good business, and we'll now head to a much bigger football market, which is important for the health of the franchise. At the end of the day, it was hard to get free agents to come here. We'll have a new stadium in a new city, so it becomes an easier sell. I get that many of our fans are upset, but long-term, this move allows us to bring in a whole new generation of fans. I'm going to go with, I get that many of our fans are upset, because I do feel bad that I'm upsetting the fans, and that's kind of the only one that makes any kind of reference to that, because it is all about the fans. So I'm sorry, guys. It's good for business. I apologize. Per win in new city and per loss in new city. Man, those decisions really do affect you every time you get a loss. I think, oh no, we need to go do the sliders really fast. And I need to do the settings overall because I need to change something. A few of you guys asked me to, let's see, well before I do that, I'm going to do league settings here. And I'm going to move this up to about 13 seconds to give me a little bit more time to audible and stuff like that. Let's see, where are we at? I don't like this either. When you win the flip and coin toss, all the choices are starting the first half. Kick, yeah. I want to kick to start the first half, right? Against to win. I don't know. I missed the coin toss thing. That's a little bit weird. What is this? Quick. I guess this doesn't matter too much. I'll do enhanced. That way I'll have a little bit of say in it. I'm kind of learning what all this stuff now is now. Ball hawk means I can become the player and make the interception. I think heat seeker is probably something similar if I had to guess, although with the hit stick. We'll keep those off for now. If you guys want me to turn them on, let me know and we can do that. Defensive graphics. Alright. Full. Oh, I'll just do normal still. Let's do standard. Again, some people said they would like me to look into changing the camera settings, so we can do that. Let me know what they are and what you would like to see. I'm a little bit hesitant on it, but I'm down to try it if you guys would like. Sliders, we're gonna need to make the tackling a little bit better here. I just feel weird. I feel like their players are just like not even, you can't even tackle them. Also pass coverage, because the Lions just destroyed us. I don't know that they had an incomplete pass the entire game. Like, it was ridiculous. So I definitely need to improve that a little bit. We'll do all this. Maybe it was the pass defense reaction time, I think. We'll do this for now. I really want this to kind of be realistic, and I'm just going to have to slowly play with this until we kind of get a better feel of things. Any sliders that you guys have that you have noticed after watching 2 games and you think I should change, let me know. Leave it down in the comments below and I will look into changing everything. I could definitely use some help building these sliders. So that should be it for this episode. Oh wait, no, DeAnthony Thomas. I need to go sign DeAnthony Thomas. I meant to last time. One sub has been asking me to sign him and I kept forgetting, so wait. Oh yeah. I thought I saw a new home. I thought the Jaguars might have been moving too. Over here, man. Oh no, I need to go to team roadmap, don't I? Alright, let's do this really fast. Team roadmap, alright. And then after that, that will be it for this video. If you guys are enjoying this series so far, please let me know. Hit that like button, it helps me out a lot. Actually, the fullback that I want is here too, Doran Dickerson. I almost forgot about him. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be weird having 2 fullbacks on the roster, but maybe I can move Reese to tight end. I'll play with that during the next game. And I don't know that he's going to make the team, man, but I'm down to give him some carries and kind of see what he can do. Oh, was he signed? He might have been signed. Oh, wait, here he is. DeAnthony Thomas. All right, I'll give him a go. We'll see what he can do. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in week number 3 of the preseason as we get ready to take on the Green Bay Packers. Later, guys.